real pleasure to be here, and hello to all of the truckers on the Real Women in Trucking cruise.
We are sitting with Craig today. He's going to tell us about his firm and some of the things that are going on in the legal area for trucking. And he's got a list here of the important issues that are going to help drivers be more informed.
Yeah, so, well, first of all, thank you very much for the opportunity, Desiree. Our firm does represent a lot of truck drivers. Just a quick background on me. I grew up in Texas, went to the University of Texas Law School, and currently my law firm's in Los Angeles, but we also have an office in Tacoma, Washington, and we represent truck drivers in cases all over the country. And we've done cases as far as Tennessee, and of course a lot up in Washington State as well. So I guess the first topic we were going to talk about is trucking school fraud. And this is an issue where there has been quite a few cases that have been brought. A really big one in Utah against CR England. And my firm has also handled one of these cases against CRST currently. And this is the issue of the promises that some trucking companies make. Come work for us and we'll give you a chance to put you through school. And it seems like a really great deal, and they tell you, it's going to be free if you drive with us for a certain amount of time. But of course, what they don't tell you is if you leave for any reason before that time is over, you get hit with a big bill. And sometimes in the fine print of those contracts, there's a very high interest rate in addition to the bill. So we've experienced, sadly, a lot of clients who have gotten sent to collections, and people who have not only had their credit damaged, but in some instances have been forced out of their homes or apartments because of the drop in their credit. And in some cases, they were not able to complete the 10 months or 1 year, whatever the amount of the time was they were required to get the debt forgiveness, for reasons completely beyond their control, including medical emergencies or family emergencies. So that's a really big issue. Have you had a lot of people on social media talk about this with you?
Yes, it's a very well-known problem among drivers. I get calls at our organization from women all of the time who found this has been put on their credit. They are unhireable, and we know that some other companies have blackballed them, which it's an ongoing problem. So that's really good to hear somebody's doing something about it.
Yeah, and in fact, you just reminded me, Desiree, that second part is a big problem as well. In a lot of these contracts, if someone doesn't fulfill the repayment obligation under the contract, other companies in the industry will not give them a chance to come work for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually raises a lot of serious concerns in my mind about antitrust and collusion,
Mm-hmm.
because you're not allowed to engage in any anti-competitive behavior. A lot of state laws and federal laws prohibit that. And it seems to me that if companies are not hired, there's like a wink. Sometimes it's a wink, and sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes companies will just come out and say, "You're still under contract. You haven't repaid your driving school debt to so and so we can't hire you."
Yes.
That's very, very
it's
troubling.
very common, and it is very troubling that they are colluding like this and keeping people out of the workforce.
Yeah, so just a little bit more background on that particular issue. So, many times in the industry, they'll have choice of law provisions that say if you ever have a dispute with the company, you can only sue us in our state where we're headquartered. And a lot of times the companies do that because it's more convenient for them. Sometimes they think they'll get a better hearing in their local courts. So, in a few of these instances of trucking school fraud, those contracts were used by attorneys against the industry because they were able to say everyone has the same claims under the same body of law. That's what happened with the CR England case in Utah. The plaintiff's lawyer in that case, that was not one of my firm's cases, but they basically said all the promises that were made to people, whether it was online or at the trucking schools or at the orientations, was the same basic promises, and all the contracts that everybody had to sign said Utah law will apply. Mm-hmm. So the Utah court said, well, if that's the case, then all the thousands and thousands of drivers who were subject to trucking school fraud or who were steered to become independent contractors or owner-operators instead of company drivers, they can all bring their claims here in the Utah court. So that's a very, very big case that's pending there.
Okay, we can't wait to hear about that one. Talking about steering, once they get through the CDL school, the trucking school, you have some information on steering the drivers into owner-operator situations and misclassification as independent contractors.